Welcome to It's Tomorrow News, and this is Hena Talati. What does the first thing that comes in your mind when you hear the word Sahara? Of course, sand hits snakes, camels, cactus, etc. The Sahara Desert covers much of the northern Africa, and it's huge. It's the third largest desert in the world, right behind the Antarctic and Arctic deserts. In fact, Sahara is nearly as large as the entire United States. Today, you won't find many people living in the Sahara. It's home to fewer than one person per square mile. You will go many miles without seeing plant or animal either. Of course, water is almost nowhere to be found. But that wasn't always the case. No. Around 11,000 years ago, the Sahara wasn't a desert at all. Instead, it was covered in plant life. It also held bodies of water. There was even mega lake that covered over 42,000 square miles. The now desiccated northern strip of Africa was once green and alive, packed with the lakes, rivers, grasslands, and even forests. So where did all that water go? So what happened? What caused the lush green oasis to turn into dry, sand-covered wastelands it is today? As with most good questions, this one has more than one answer. In part, the change in the Sahara was natural. Rainfall in the area has never been steady due to the changes in the Earth's orbit. These changes affect the amount of sun energy that reaches the Sahara. With more energy comes more rainfall across the Sahara, and with less energy comes less rain. The Sahara has long been subject to periodic bouts of humidity and aridity. These fluctuations are caused by the slight wobbles in the tilt of the Earth's orbital axis, which in turn changes the angle at which solar radiation penetrates the atmosphere. At repeated intervals throughout the Earth's history, there's been more energy pouring in from the sun during the West African monsoon season, and during those times known as African humid periods, much more rain comes down over the North Africa. With more rain, the region gets more greenery and rivers and lakes. All this has known to be for decades. But between 8,000 and 4,500 years ago, something strange happened. The transition from the humid to dry happened far more rapidly in some areas than could be explained by the orbital precession alone, resulting in the Sahara Desert as we know it today. Some experts believe human activity may have caused the change. They have found that the humans moved across the Sahara, plant life died out. Some hypothesis is that early humans allowed goats and other livestock to overgraze in the Sahara. This led to less moisture in the area. It also caused erosion of the topsoil, so plants couldn't grow. Human use of fire may have also added to the problem. Did people turn the green Sahara into the desert? Maybe. Experts say they need to do more research before they can say for sure. It's important to note that the green Sahara always would have turned back into the desert even without the human doing anything. That's just how Earth's orbit works, says a geologist of geoscience of University of Arizona. However, archaeologists have found that an ancient African civilization once turned the part of Sahara back into the green oasis, if only for a short time. Today, Sahara Desert is still growing. Experts say it at least 10% larger than it was centuries ago. Researchers estimate that about 2/3 of the growth is due to the natural changes, while the remaining growth may be caused by the climate change. Will Sahara ever be green oasis again? It's certainly possible. However, it would take many years to human efforts as well as natural changes. What do you think it would be like to live in a green Sahara? What other deserts would you transform by the human efforts? A more lush green earth could be at your fingertips. Adding to our initiative, we have organized an international webinar on environment and climate change to commemorate World Environment Day 2022. We have pool of learned speakers from across the globe participating in this webinar as speakers. The speakers have good cognizance over the subject, highlighting the current environmental issues linked with the issues of climate change. This enlightening webinar is commenced on 4th of the June at 6 p.m. Indian Standard Time on Zoom. Please book your seats now if you haven't. Do not worry, the registration is free and authorized certificates are also provided after attending the webinar. We value knowledge over money. Registration link is in the description, so hurry up before it is full and there are limited slots. That's all for now. For more news updates, stay tuned with us. It's Tomorrow News. For more global weather updates like this, subscribe our channel and hit the bell icon for regular updates.